Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts and welcome. So what I want to show you guys today is how I make my Wanda Monster Doll here. She's super cute. Her link for her will be down below in the description box, so you guys can come purchase it in my Etsy shop if you would like. And I'm going to show you guys how I assemble and put all this together, all her little pattern together here. And the pattern will be down below this video. And if it's not down there right away, it will be down there real soon. And you guys can come purchase it from my Etsy shop and make your own little Wanda doll, little Wanda Monster Doll here. So I'm just going to talk about a little bit of the stuff that I'm going to be using. And if I think of anything else, I will throw it in through the video, but I think this is everything. So I got my fabrics. These are the fabrics that I use, and a lot of them are from Joann Fabrics, as where they're purchased from. So I just put some of the things here, the names that I had that were on the end of them. So that's these. So these are the fabrics I will be using. I drew up all the pattern. I drew it up onto my fabrics here. I just used a gel pen, but you can use anything. It doesn't matter because it's on the inside of the fabric. Scissors, I got fabric scissors. I got hemostat to help stuff everything. I got some just a little embroidery scissors, some wonder clips, some pins, some blush or bronzer for her cheeks, embroidery floss, and I usually use about 2 strands, and then just a needle. Buttons, a little trinket, I have some bulb pins, and some little safety pin. And I have a lot of these things down in my Amazon links below, so you guys can come check them out and see what I got down there. So I got that. Those are all the fabrics. My fabric turners, which are really great. Those are in the links below. These help like with the long legs and stuff like that to turn. Some Fabrifix glue we will be using, and I just put it in a Sugar Bell icing container is what I put it in. So all that's below. Some fiberfill to stuff with, and I think that's pretty much it. That's all we're going to be using. So what I'm going to do is I want to try to fit this whole pattern into one video. So I'm trying to make it at least a half hour or less than. So a lot of it I will be fast forwarding through, just like the little tedious parts and stuff that, and then I'll pop in and talk to you guys about some of the detailed things that I do. I also have my little junk journal here. She's got her little Halloween junk journal that goes into her apron pocket. So I had that, and then I also have a detailed video on how I made this, and I'll make sure to put that on the end screen. It's a playlist for my Junky Grungy Witchy, my witch dolls, and it's a Season of the Witch series. So I'll make sure to put that on the end screen, and it tells you guys how I make this in one of the videos. I also have more videos on the end screen that you guys come check out, how to make my Junky Grungy Grammy dolls and my mini Grammy dolls, plus my primitive animals that they hold. So the links are all down on the end screen with the playlist, and then I have tons of dolls down below for sale just in my Etsy shop, so you guys can just click on them. It's easy just to take you right to it. So I forgot to tell you guys about this. This is for her hair, I use the Lions brand, different yarns. And I think today I'm going to use the blue one here. So that's down and below in the description, so you guys come check that out. But that's the kind of yarn I use for her hair. So let's get started here. What I have is I got the ribbons cut out. I got the eyes cut out, her little pocket for her apron. And then this is her dress, her head, her apron, and her arms and legs. So I'm going to take these to my sewing machine. You can hand sew them if you would like, but I'm going to sew them on my sewing machine and stitch all around everything. Cut them about 1/8 of an inch around, flip them, and stuff them. Like I'll stuff the head. The arms and legs I do not stuff. I leave them not stuffed, but you can if you want. because I like to do this. Like you could tie them and do a little crossed legs or little crossed arms here. So I think that's really cute. Uh, so I'm just going to start assembling her together, and I will slow down and stop the video when I need to tell you guys more details. So I'm going to get started now. So I got them all sewn around. I did the arms, and I want to show you guys. Now these are made to be whimsical little creatures and just for fun. They do not need to be perfect. I state that in all my videos. And the pattern that you will receive is just an outline of what I drew out, pretty much just like the way it looks now. And I tell you in the description and everything on my Etsy that it is not a written pattern, and you will come and see a virtual instructions like I'm showing you now. So I'm that kind of person where I'm more of a visual learner, where I like to see it. And so I figured I would make videos and show you guys fun patterns to make. So it is not a handwritten pattern. It is a whimsical little, and I draw them all out by hand. And that's what I wanted to show you guys here, that they do not have to be perfect. And you can see that even when I did my sewing here, I didn't actually follow the line exactly. So now, and also if you guys want to see how to do tight little corners and curves and stuff when you're sewing, I have a detailed video on that in my playlist on my Junky Grungy Grammy doll series. So go check that out, and it just says how to do the curves, and like you can see here, I didn't even do that one perfect. But once it's all flipped and done, and it looks great. They look great. So I'm not really much of a perfectionist. I do this more just because I love doing it, and I think they all turned out different and have their own little personalities. So I just wanted to show you guys what I did for the arms. Is I did a stitch here all the way around and left the opening on all of them. The apron, I made sure when I drew it, it's on a full, and these are all doubled up. They're all, doubled up fabric. So also doubled up. You can see, like I folded it over, and the fold is right here. So I just left that on the top. Did some stitching down, left the bottom open, stitching down. So this is the apron, and this is the body. I did the same thing, the fold at the top, and I drew the pattern. I didn't do it all the way up at the top, so it's just going to be a little bit longer neck. But like I said, different little things like that just gives it a little more character. So I just went ahead and sewed it all the way down. There's the fold, open on the bottom, and I for the head did the same thing. Just sewed all the way around it, left an opening at the bottom here with a tiny little, flap, just so we can tuck that in. So I just did like a 1.5 inch opening for stuffing. So, and then I just went ahead and just cut around to 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, just like that. So now what I'm going to do is flip everything and stuff what needs to be stuffed. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So the head and the body are the only things that you need to stuff with the fiberfill. So I went ahead and did that. Left the opening at the bottom here. And got this all stuffed. And now what we're going to do is you just stuff it to about 1 inch or so, 1/2 inch from the bottom. And I make sure to stuff the neck really tight, okay? Because it needs to have that support. So you take your fingers like this, just give it a tug, okay? And it all should fold in. That. There we go. Okay, and then you get it all folded in. You take your leg. Now, if you want, you could stuff your legs, but I'm not going to. I like the look of it. And then I just tuck it in. That. Take my little clip. Just clip it. And then do the next one. And you can put the legs however you want, line them up however. And I do the same thing. And then just clip it to hold it in place. And then I take my embroidery floss and I just stitch all the way across right here. like that. You can see the stitching. I just stitch it all across. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I went ahead and got the legs sewn on. I think they turned out so cute. I mean, look at them. They're so cute. Okay, so I got those sewn on, and I wanted to tell you guys I went ahead and did the apron. I just did a stitch all the way around it, did a zigzag stitch down at the bottom, and when I did, for some reason my tension just went crazy, so I just went with it. I think it looks really cute. So that was a happy little accident right there. And then my pocket, I just did zigzag around for the little apron pocket. So the apron pocket is only one layer of fabric. Okay. And then the eyes, I wanted to show you guys, are only one layer of fabric. And the ribbon that goes in her little hair up top is only one layer of fabric. Okay. I wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Got that all sewn. Don't need it yet. I'll put it to the side. Now, what I want to do is I like to work on her face and get all that done before I attach the body together, like put it all together. It's just easier to manipulate, and you can just do it that way. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and stitch the eyes on. So I just have my little eyes, the back of the eyes. So I stitch those around. Then I just sew the buttons on. And what I like to do is when I'm stitching everything on, I don't want my threads to show in the back, so I come up through the top of the head. So just make sure to pop up through, and if you go like this, you can see it probably. So you can see I tied off in the top of the head. So like as you're stitching, come in through the top right here where you're going to put the hair, the yarn. Just pop down through, do your stitching, and then come back up through the top of the head and then tie it off up here. So it'll all be hidden under the yarn up top. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And then just to draw the face on, you can either use or the mouth. You can use a gel pen, a lighter colored color pencil. Depending on the color of your fabric, you could do a dark gel pen or whatever you got, or a pencil. But for this, I'm just going to go ahead and probably just use a gel pen and just draw a line and just stitch this with some embroidery floss and just stitch the mouth on. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. Oh, and also I did want to mention I'm going to sew this nose on too. I always pinch the nose together. So I'll show you that. I'll grab some, you can use either embroidery floss for it or just some whatever thread that you have. So I'm going to grab some thread real quick and I'll show you guys how I gather the nose together like that. So I went ahead and just grabbed some thread here and I will just go through the top of the head. Find about roughly in the middle here. Go to one side and then just gather the fat or come down about maybe 1 to 2 strands of the fabric just right below. Don't go right back into the same hole. Grab some of the stuffing underneath and then just pop out on the other side wherever you want, however thick you want to do the nose. Okay, and then you're just going to keep doing that back and forth, down, and then just pop up right underneath where you went in on that side. That, and you can see how it pinches together. So just go right underneath and then pop up under where you went in the first time over there. So you just keep going back and forth. And then get it how you want it. And then I'm just going to go right across, go down, go up to tie it off, up here, so it can be hidden. And then just give it a tug. And you got yourself some nose. So as you can see here, the mouth, I just drew a line just using a white gel pen, and then I just went up through the opening in the neck and did the little dimple here. And I'm just grabbing a couple of threads of the fabric every 1/4 inch or so, and just going along all the way to the other side. Okay, and then I get to the end and just go down and pop up a little bit, down, and come right over the top of where you gathered the fabric, or where you know, just did the threads right there of the fabric, and then just go and do horizontal lines. Or vertical, I guess these are vertical lines, huh? You know what I mean. So you just do these, and they're cute. And then that just makes your little smile. So I got 6 just strands of yarn, and they're roughly, let's see, how tall or how long. Whoops, I'm gonna bump everybody. 14 inches. So that's what these are. Just approximately 14. Line them up. And we can always trim the ponytails when we're all done. So I just take them, stack them up, put them on top of her head. Make sure you hide all your threads up here, all your stuff that you closed off and tied off right there. So I'm just gonna line it up on it. And then I'm going to take just some thread, whatever thread you have, and do a whip stitch just to hold everything down. Okay? And then just keep your thread. And I'm going to show you how to put ribbons on her head here. Isn't that cute? So cute. So then you got your ribbon cut out. Well, which is just fabric, or you could use ribbon if you want. Find the middle about approximately, and then I'm just going to weave in and out here. And then do the same thing going down. Weaving it in and out. Like that. You can see that it wants to, like that, and that's not in the middle. That's okay. They're monsters. They don't have to be perfect. They're whimsical. Okay, and then we're just going to pop back through the top like that if you want, and then just tie it off. spot right off. A cute little bow on her head. So just do the same thing to the other side, and then I'll show you guys how to put the head onto the body. All her little ribbon and hair and eyes and mouth done. And this is just a blush or bronzer or whatever you want to use. And a Q-tip. And then you could do some fun little cheeks. Little rosy cheeks. Okay. Gives them a little more personality. Got that done. And then I have my Fabrifix glue here. Test it first. Make sure everything is going to fit. You can even make the hole so the neck will go in there, like move some of the stuffing out of the way. And then neck through there, because you want to make sure it's going to all fit before you put glue all over the neck. And then you're stuck with a big mess. Okay. Fit in there. And that's going to be up a little bit like that. Okay. And if you want, you can even add a little bit more stuffing around it if you notice it when you put it in and it's kind of wiggly. So let me, here, I think I have some. Maybe just make sure it's, it'll be pretty secure. So when you put it in, and we're gonna glue the neck in there, and you just want to make sure it's not too wiggly. And if you want to, you can sew. You could do a stitch around to secure the head there. So however you want to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I just take my glue, put it on my neck. Now I say in my videos you can do hot glue gun if you want, but I don't like how it dries so fast. It's too quick moving. So I like to be able to, put it in and then move things around if I don't like it. And, but yes, you can use hot glue gun if you would like. And also I want to say that these are not made for children, like little guys, like little children, because of the buttons and the little trinkets, or could be a hazard. So I like to say that just as a disclaimer in my shop, my Etsy shop, and on my videos. Okay. You just pop it in there. And that's why I do a flap on the bottom of the head when I do it. Just do like a little flap when you cut it out. Make sure you have enough fabric, and then when it tucks in and gets all the raw edges tucked in. Okay. That. And if you want, take your little clips here to clamp it on for now until it dries. Okay. Then what I do is I take my apron and I just add a little trinket to my bulb pin and clip it through the body, put it on. And I like to, before that, just take my arms and I just put it on the side here and sew them on with a little X. Let's see if you guys can see that. So I just sew them with a little X marks the spot, just like that. So it's super easy, and you can stuff the arms if you want, but I don't. So I just put it on like that. Take some embroidery floss, 2 strands, and just sew an X on to keep the arms on, and then add some bulb pins to clip it to the body, and put your little journal in there, and she's all good. So I'm going to continue doing that, and I'll show you the end result. And there we go. So she is all done. So I just wanted to come on and show you guys how to make this fun little Wanda Monster doll. And don't forget the patterns down below. You guys can come get it, purchase it, and make your own and have some fun with it. So I hope you guys found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.